Okie dokie. So, hey everybody, my name is Mickey. I'm one of the release lead shadows, and I will be steering the call today. It is October 4th, 2023, and we are in week 5 of the release. Thank you for all joining. Please be aware that this is a Kubernetes community call, which means that we are going to adhere to the Kubernetes and CNCF code of conduct, which can be summarized as be excellent to one another. Also, this meeting is being recorded and will be posted to YouTube, so please be mindful of what you say. And with that, let's move on. So first to the open discussion items. Xander, did you want to talk about the 129 retro at all?
Yeah, so we have that scheduled. I know in the past we've done like doodles to try and find times. It's just too many people. There's a time. Make that work if you can. If not, that's really, really okay. It will be recorded and we will be having 2 retros. We're going to have one at the end of the release as well. And even if you can't make it and you want to add something to the retro, that's fine. I do not have the doc yet, but I will send that out shortly. So that is taking place next week. I believe it's next Thursday. I think that's right. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
See, Priyanka's got a hand up.
I just wanted to add that 129 retrospective doc in the document, that's a working link. So we can
Awesome.
add stuff there. Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you, Xander. Are there any other items for open discussion today? Okie dokie, on to the enhancements team.
Hey folks, Ryan here. So I am from enhancements team. So enhancements release is on 6th October, just 2 days from now, and the freeze party is scheduled for 6th October as well. We are green. So we are doing second follow-ups for all the enhancements that are at risk right now. So by 6th, I think we will, move the enhancements to, which are tracked. And yeah, so that's all from enhancements team. Yeah.
Thank you. Any questions for enhancements? Priyanka, I see your hands up.
Yeah. So I just checked the board, and from the stats, I think 43 are currently at risk at the moment out of the total tracked. So just wanted to get a rough idea. Out of those 43, like, do we have most of those KEPs already having their PRs ready or up to do the criteria, or there are KEPs that are still waiting on those PRs as well? Like, it's a question to the entire enhancements team.
I can answer that, and feel free, anyone on the enhancements team, to contradict it if there's if you've noticed a different pattern. But for the most part, I think a lot of KEPs have in-flight PRs to address the issues. I think the bottlenecks are some don't have PRR reviewers yet. So I'm planning to ping the PR channel again just to make sure that reviewers are getting assigned, but I think there's been some activity there as well. And there are like a handful of KEPs that haven't had any activity, so they opted in, they added the 129 milestone, but they haven't had any work done on them. So I'm not expecting those to either those KEP authors will apply for exceptions, or those KEPs probably won't make it. But that's I think a majority of the untracked enhancements aren't in that category. Like, most of them do have active work and are either waiting for reviews or addressing the current issues.
Thanks, Nina. Yeah, and I also saw some activity on the PRR reviewers channel, but if we need more heads up there, just let me know as well. I can help. And thank you.
Thanks.
Great, thank you. Now on to CI signal. John.
Yep. So we're looking good. We are green. We have a few issues. So the first one I called out there, that's failed twice in a row now. We've got a retry going right now. So we're hoping that goes green. That'd be the only thing that would affect our status if it goes red again. The one flaky one, that one's been flaky for a while. So we're just observing that one again to make sure it like comes back. We're not too worried about that one yet, but the one that is kind of concerning is the failure. That one's been failing for a month, and there was a whole discussion around, do we even remove this from informing? Is it worth having in there? We decided let's keep it in. And a PR to help resolve it was created a couple of weeks ago, but it's still in draft mode. So I'm not sure if we're going to merge it or what the plan is there, but we should probably rehab that discussion if it's going to keep failing. Go ahead, Bianca.
Yeah. I'm waiting for Carlos us to update on the thread that where you asked the question, and if not, I'll also reach out to them in next SIG release weekly meeting. If required, basically we'll have a good advanced conversation before our Alpha 2 cut. That is what I'm planning. If required, if it does not, like if the PR does not merge before our Alpha 2, then I'm okay removing that as well. Let me follow up as well in the SIG release meeting next time. Okay. That's an action item on me. Thank you.
And any other questions for CI signal? All right, on to bug triage.
Hi, our status is yellow because we have one blocking issue, but actually this is a pretty old issue from 1.23. Yeah, I'm not sure if it really blocker. It popped up about an hour ago, and yeah, I would take a look, and probably it is not blocking issue. And we have one important soon PR, also pretty old one. And yeah, this is it. Every issue and every PR is on track by our team, and except of this one old blocker, we are green basically. But yeah, status yellow. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions for bug triage? All right, on to docs. Tanya.
Hi everyone, we are pretty and the updates are that assignments are in progress and will be final after the enhancement phase, and weekly sprint will be triggered ahead of enhancement phase. Thank you everyone.
Thank you. It was a little hard to hear you, but I believe what you said is that everything is up to date right here. Thank you. Any questions for docs? All right, on to release notes.
Hi everyone. So for release notes, our current status is green. We were able to merge the Alpha 1 PR sometime last week. And then in that PR, we also had a discussion around adding documentation for some of the errors that we faced, just making sure that all members of the release notes moving forward know how to resolve some of the issues, and we're on the same page with that. And then we also opened the discussion thread for the major themes. And that's
Great, thanks. Any questions for release notes? Bianca?
Sorry. So not a question, just a suggestion or crossing. So in past, have we sent out any email to the release team or dev around informing community around major themes discussion thread, or we do that in Slacks mostly?
I think mostly in
Or
Slacks.
okay.
But for maybe when we send out the change freeze, that might be a good time to just include a message saying that major themes discussion is open. If you have any major themes, please add it there. Because I would say in the past, the discussions don't necessarily ramp up as quickly as we want them to.
Yeah, that is what I was thinking. If sending out a separate email or maybe like a final call around sometime when we really need the themes to be in the discussion thread. So maybe we can come back to whether we should send out an email or not. But yeah, Federico, you are.
Yeah, our plan right now is exactly as Mickey described. We are splitting up the SIGs and essentially addressing them in Slack. But just like in the last releases, I think that sending an email closer to the deadline, then I think it would be a good idea. Before that, things just a couple of SIGs tend to reply in my experience, and there's a lot more traction in the in the last 2 days or 3 than on the previous month. So that is the current plan.
Cool. Sounds good. Sending out an email closer to the deadline if required. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Now on to comms. Kristen?
Hi. So our updates are we met to discuss like team processes and some suggestions for improvements. We have divided up the KEPs amongst our team members to start contacting folks on each KEP regarding blog participation. We have 3 blogs opted in to date, and our lead partnered with the enhancements lead regarding the major themes. And that's our update for this week. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. Any questions for comms? Cool. Now on to release branch management. Do we have anyone on today from the team?
I'm on. No updates. I believe the next release that we'll be cutting is sometime next week. But everything I think is green so far.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Xander, any updates from your end?
Not beyond what I shared at the beginning of the meeting. Just all about the retro right now.
Okie dokie, thank you. Priyanka, on to you.
No major updates from me as well, other than the enhancements freeze. Just to call out, Nina has scheduled an enhancements freeze party for 6th of October, I believe 1 UTC, 1 a.m. UTC, and the Zoom link and invite would be available on SIG release channel as well on Kubernetes Slack. So if anyone is interested, we usually just go through each KEP listed in our enhancements tracking board and just take a final call on whether they should be tracked or they have not met the criteria and should be removed from the board. So if anyone is interested, the link and information will be available on SIG release. Yeah, that's all from me. And Alpha 2 is scheduled for October 10, next week, Tuesday. That's all.
Awesome. Anyone from SIG Scalability on? Okie dokie. Well, if there isn't anything else, I will pause the recording. Is there anything else before I do? All right.